So the question people are asking is, where is the evidence of the monies that have been spent to deal with this problem?
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, the GARID money is $200 million that first came, or let me not say came as in given to government. That was funding that was secured. But as of June 2024, almost to the end of year 2024, only 130 million had been given to the government of Ghana.
Out of the 200?
Out of the 200, as part of...
Is it the 2019 one?
What?
Because, is it the 2019
No.
one?
The project was secured in 2019.
Okay.
But as of 2024, the funding that had come from that 200 million was 130 million. I have all the data here.
So
I will share the report with you. Your producer can share the specific screenshot on the screen from the GARID report. As of that time, in fact, the report I will share with your producer was produced in June 2025. As of that time, the amount that had been released was 68% out of the 200 million. Then, in addition to the 200 million, another $150 million was also secured. When you combine it, that is where you get the 350 million, that money, the figure that's been going around. Combined, 350 is only 36% that has been disbursed or has been utilized.
Where's the rest of the money?
It's with World Bank and the government of Ghana. Because you see, what people have to understand is that when World Bank say that we are giving you X amount of money or you have secured X amount of money, World Bank will not just give the money to you outright. You actually go through what we call progression, and then they release it based on performance. Just like the IMF funding. IMF, government secured 3 billion with IMF, but they gave it to us in 7 tranches.
So let's assume you are saying that they release it based on performance.
Based on performance. In fact,
So
I have the performance.
Yes.
I have the performance tracker here.
Are you indirectly admitting that you did not perform is the reason they didn't
No,
release
actually,
the
I don't
amount
have
of
to
money?
say anything. I'll read to you what the current minister, Eiiii, went to the GARID sites. The current minister, he went to the various GARID sites. In fact, this one is May 5th, 2026, here on the GARID website. And this is the Minister of Works and Housing speaking. The Minister of Works and Housing and Water Resources, Honorable Kenneth Gilbert Eiiii, has expressed satisfaction with the progress of ongoing drainage improvement works in Carnation during a monitoring visit to key project sites under the GARID project. This is the Minister of Works and Housing. In fact, I will read the specific quote from the minister to you. According to the minister, quote, "I am satisfied with the pace and quality of work so far, and I encourage the contractors to maintain this momentum to ensure the timely completion of these critical projects," unquote. This is the current minister visiting GARID projects. So let it be stated on record that this government itself has admitted the performance of the GARID project. So, but the record is this. What I want to state is, let nobody sit here that the Akufo-Addo government took $350 million and squandered it. No, that is a fat lie.
And let me get the data correctly. Did you say that you got 38% out of this?
36% out of the 350. I'm giving you 2 different figures. Pay attention. I said the first tranche that was secured was 200 million.
Yes.
Out of the 200 million, the specific number from the GARID project is 127 million.
Yes, I got that.
Okay. Then another tranche of 150 was secured. Out of that 150, 0 has been released.
The import of my question, the import of my question is, you're saying that you didn't get the full amount, right?
Now, the government has not received the full amount.
Aside from the GARID project, for which you quote the minister, the current minister for Works and Housing. The question is still where the evidence of the rest of the...
I'm confused. Are you asking me a question or she's asking me a question?
No, we're having
please, just a second.
Okay.
I'm asking you the question. You're saying that you didn't receive the 400% of it.
Yeah.
So let's assume that the percentages you've given us really are the amount of monies you received.
Yeah.
The question still remains, aside from the GARID project that you're quoting the minister on, the evidence of the works that were done. I just quoted to you the 450 million of the National Flood Control Program, among others.
So see, my sister, here's the thing. Here's the thing that we all have to, please, 1 second. We all have to address our minds to. If you listen to the current minister and then you juxtapose it with the previous minister, the argument is that to fight the flooding problem, we need between $5 to $6 billion. Okay? 5 to 6 billion United States dollars. I have just told you, out of the GARID, we have only received 127 million.
Mr. Tonto, I'm not sure you're answering my question.
I'm answering your question. Your question you're asking me is 400 something million was spent. I am saying that if you don't put the issues in its proper context, which is what is the total expenditure we need to make to be able to completely eradicate flooding?
So the question is, out of the amount we received, we did this, we did that, we did that. That's what I'm asking, not the overall.
But I've given you some of the projects we have done. Are you saying that the 400 million is part of the GARID project? You are saying that is a different funding.
I said it's for National Flood Control Program.
Is it part of the GARID project? You see, let's not confuse issues.
I am not talking about GARID. I'm just saying that. And earlier, perhaps I should refresh our memory. I gave the data about the Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development. Of course, that's the GARID one we're talking about, 200. I've talked about Gamma, which is $150 million. I've talked about another GARID additional financing, 150. Gamma 30 in 2024, and I'm asking you that you've stated that we didn't receive all the monies, as you said, and I'm asking that the ones you received, what specific project? Maybe we dredged your door. This is how much it cost us. We did this. This is how much it cost us.
You are stating specific projects that you are seeing the government embarked on. What I would hope for is for you to tell Ghanaians that this is what the project was meant to do. What I responded to was a specific funding, GARID. Now, there are so many expenditure that will go into flooding mitigation. I mean, from time in memory, how can one person, how can I know every single funding that has gone into flooding since 2025 or 2023 or 2020? I'm one person. The point is, he made a specific comment on GARID. And I shared my knowledge on GARID. If you are referencing other expenditure, that is a discussion we can go into. But I specifically answered his comment on GARID. So for you to throw out a different funding and tell me that I should tell you what that funding went into, how am I supposed to do that?
The reason I'm asking the question, you talk about the need for the president to take responsibility. And I'm asking the question that, okay, within this last period, we've had monies for various projects.
What period are you defining?
We're talking about between 2013 up until now.
So
we've
that's
had
good.
Money for, and I think I did mention it earlier. So the question I asked was, looking at the impact, what we saw yesterday, it seems like we didn't even do anything at all.
That is a broader...
In as much as we admit that the flooding issue in Accra is multifaceted.
No problem. I'm saying that is a broader conversation. But you cannot hold me accountable for every money spent over since 2013, you said. You cannot hold me, Kofi Tonto, accountable for what Mahama did and everything. No, that's absolutely unfair to me. The specific request I responded to was what has been claimed that Akufo-Addo received. And I am saying, what Akufo-Addo received is not 350 million. What Akufo-Addo received is 127 million.